Hi, I've got on the line with me John Kirwan, former All Black and also Westpac New Zealand ambassador. Kia ora, John, and thanks for joining us.
Kia ora, you're welcome. Nice to be here.
Yes, so now, John, tell us, you're coming down to Hawke's Bay in a little while, I think next week. Can you tell us about where we can see you and what you're going to be doing?
So I'm coming down to really talk about mental health. I think when people have been through a crisis, what normally happens is, the adrenaline is all through the roof, and they are actually, working really hard to just survive, really. But normally post that, what happens is we, the adrenaline drops, and that's when the mental health challenges sometimes can kick in. So our goal is to just talk about some tools and techniques that might help, So for me, it's actually talking about my experience and then hopefully leaving some tools and tips to get people through the mental health side of these things.
So you're coming down here and you're going to be in Napier on Monday the 15th at 6:30 p.m. at the War Memorial Theatre, and then you're at in Hastings early on Tuesday the 16th, 7:30 a.m. at Toi Toi, the Arts and Events Centre. You've got an hour for each. What is your main sort of theme that you come across? You say to give people tips and everything like that, but is it also one of encouragement as well?
Yeah, exactly. I think sometimes when people experience these post-crisis mental health things, it's nice to share and realise that other people are feeling the same, and then just a couple of little things that you can do in your day just to make sure that you're looking after your mental health like you would your physical health.
Yeah.
So really it's just a discussion, about some of the things people might be feeling and some of the things that you can do to help.
Yeah. What have you been hearing from, the state of people's mental health here in Hawke's Bay? What have you been hearing?
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty normal. People are sort of feeling a little bit forgotten now. Once the crisis leaves, the crisis is still there. So that's a feeling that's pretty hard to deal with because the limelight goes away from your region. Sometimes, some of the things to get fixed can take more time than you expect.
Yeah.
So you start feeling, abandoned and a little bit lost, and that can create other different emotions, sadness, anger. So those things are really important to understand are quite normal.
Yeah.
And to try and make sure that you control them so they don't get on top of you.
Now, when people think of mental health, they think it's can be a life sentence, something you're stuck with for your whole life. Can you recover from it?
Yeah, I mean, I think 4% of the population are born with some sort of mental health issue, which they'll have to deal with for all their lives. But, in my case, I was an anxiety-based depressant.
Yeah.
Of which you can control both of those things, and I'm in really good shape. I went from sort of what I call just surviving to thriving. So I think it's really important in this situation that a lot of the problems can be short term. So if you get some tools and tricks to get through this crisis period, then I think mental health, sometimes we always talk about the ambulance at the bottom of the cliff.
Yeah.
But I think prevention and mental health is really, really fundamental as well. So what we talk about is, those tools and tricks that you can put into your day that will help you maximize your mental health.
Yeah.
So those things are really important that people understand. We've only really been talking about this for the last little while.
Yeah.
A lot of mental health has been locked in the closet, not spoken about. But the more we understand about it, the more we know the tools that we can use to help people just feel the best that they can feel.
Yeah. Just one more question, because from what I've read, and that when your sort of depression and that started, you were at the height of your career. You were this famous All Black, scoring wonderful tries. I remember 87, amazing stuff. But yet anyone looking at you wouldn't know what you were going through. So people can hide it, but what should they be doing in those sort of cases?
Yeah, look, I think that's a really good point. So And sometimes, just because I did have everything in my life, I was saying, why is this happening to me, which made it worse.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes people can be saying, well, why is this happening? But I say that it's not prejudice.
Yeah.
It can affect anyone. So I think the most important thing is the understanding of yourself and your mental health and how you can look after it. So, I think in crisis likes happened in the Hawke's Bay, you have every right to be not 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, when you've got sludge in your house, you go and get a tractor, right, and you do whatever you can to get it out.
Yeah.
But with our minds, often we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so it's important that we share some of that knowledge and talk to each other about the different processes that everyone's going through,
Yes.
And so those emotions are not easy to control through a crisis.
Well, I think it's going to be really good, and I think many people will appreciate you taking your time to come down. And thank you for your time this morning, John Kirwan. I appreciate it, and all the best.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll catch up when I'm down there.
Sounds good. All right, take care then.
Okay, thank you.